Maddox Jolie Pitt. Lot about a person when they talk about their parents. One celebrity kid who has nothing but praise for his famous mama is Maddox Jolie Pitt. He's the eldest of the Jolie Pitt kids and possibly the wisest. In his few years on the planet, he's already become his mom's right-hand man and even has an executive producing credit under his belt. Pretty impressive for a kid who wasn't even 18 yet. If he keeps playing his cards right, he'll be a Hollywood heavy hitter in no time. Diva. Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith, he's a pretty polarizing celebrity. You either love Jaden Smith or you can't stand him, but the same can't be said for his parents. It seems like the world is in love with Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. So what happened with Jaden? It could be their very relaxed parenting style, but one thing is for sure, Jaden is a character. He speaks his mind and sometimes that gets him into trouble with fans. That doesn't seem to shake the celeb who marches to the beat of his own. Brooklyn Beckham. According to model Heidi Klum, the Beckham kids are the most well-behaved children. Their parents David and Victoria Beckham have been very hands-on parents, and when it comes to their eldest son, Brooklyn, they've raised a real gentleman. In March 2018, the teen was spotted walking with his mom hand in hand, and fans around the world swooned at the sight. It was even sweeter when we learned that he was merely escorting his mom to her car. Could he be any more precious if he treats his mom like this? We wonder how he treats his special someone. Diva Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo. We watched Honey Boo Boo, real named Alana Thompson, grow up right in front of us thanks to her hit TV show Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. We got to see some of her most over-the-top diva moments. Now that she is approaching her teens, things haven't changed much. She was recently came under fire when critics claimed she acted black. She took the Instagram to address this critique, and let's just say she had a very colorful word font. She may need her melt cleaned out with soap after that, but we couldn't. Apple Martin. Haven't seen that much about Apple Martin, daughter of Qantas Paltrow and Chris Martin, over the years. Well, when her mom shared a photo of the teen in 2018, we could tell the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Okay, all puns aside, this beauty is turning into a well-rounded young lady if their mom is to be believed. According to Gwyneth, Apple is a songwriter and an incredible thinker. Maybe Willow Smith. Her brother may have made the naughty list, but Jaden Smith's bad behavior hasn't rubbed off on his little sister Willow Smith. This creative and talented young lady has proven time and time again that she's an awesome celeb kid. She's wise beyond her years and has even spoken out about how she thought starting her music career at 10 was too early. It takes a lot of self-reflection to admit regrets, especially with so many fans watching. Thankfully, she wasn't affected too much by her early fame. She continues to strive to make her parents proud and beloved, watching her grow up in the process. Mason DeSick. Diva Mason DeSick, another famous kid we've seen grow up over the years as Mason DeSick. He's the oldest kid of Kourtney Kardashian and Scott DeSick, and you can bet thanks to his famous family, he's been a bit of a diva. Like that one time he found out his cousin Northwest was having a birthday party at his home. He decided he didn't like that idea and tried to call off the whole thing. Considering Bindi Irwin. There a celebrity kid more lovable than Bindi Irwin? We don't think so, and it seems like the internet agrees. She's the daughter of the late Steve Irwin, and she's just as interesting and sweet as her father. She's now a young woman and she spends her time promoting animal and plant conservation. Oh, and did we mention she won her season of Dancing with the Stars? No big deal, right? She's so influential and inspirational that Mattel even honored her with her own Barbie, so it's needless to say Bindi. Kingston Rossdale. Spoiled celebrity kids. It's no surprise that Kingston Rossdale lands on our list after his famous mama Gwen Stefani admitted his insane Christmas wish list. She felt like she may have created a monster, but then 11-year-old decided he wanted Gucci and other designer labels under the Christmas tree. Gwen didn't even know her son knew about designer labels, but apparently she was wrong. Kingston was all too aware of her celebrity influence until brand sent her free gear, so he couldn't help it that he. Shiloh Jolie Pitt. Zahara Jolie Pitt. She's had a pretty exciting life in her 13 years, and Zahara Jolie Pitt has proven to be a pretty cool celebrity kid. She's the adopted daughter of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, which has to be awesome in of itself. When she's not attending red carpet events with her mom, Zahara seems to live a pretty mellow life. We never hear any stories about her acting out or being a problem child. She also seems to be really close to her mom and little sister Shiloh. They are constantly photographed all holding. Suri Cruise. When Suri Cruise was born, everyone knew she was going to have a privileged life. Her father is arguably one of the most famous and controversial movie stars in the world, Tom Cruise. Her mother, Katie Holmes is much more laid back when it comes to life in the spotlight, though that may be the case. It seems like Katie is a diva on her hands. When she was 6 years old, it was rumored Surrey demanded cupcakes served on a golden platter at 1 a.m. It's also rumored the now preteen has her own credit card and she's free to run up tabs as high as Violet Affleck is known about Violet Affleck and her famous parents want to keep it that way. The teen is known for rocking adorable glasses and appearing to be a well-mannered child considering her parents Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner have gone through some ups and downs in their relationship. This young celeb daughter has every right to act out, but even when her parents couldn't make it to her 12th birthday party, she was still all grins and on her best behavior. We have a feeling that the older she gets, Blue Ivy Carter. Considering her parents are Jay-Z and Beyonce, no one should be surprised that Blue Ivy Carter shows up on her diva list. This is a little girl that was shamed for being spoiled at the Grammys. It's crazy that she was even allowed to access such a star-studded event, but the fact that she was completely unimpressed didn't sit well with many spectators. Of course, she is only a child and she's used to being surrounded by big-time celebrities. We just can't get over the fact that she tried to boss her parents around and the cameras caught everything. Celeb Marley. Celeb Marley. Never heard of Celeb Marley. Maybe that's a good thing because she is one well-behaved and driven celebrity child. Soul is a lookalike daughter of Lauryn Hill and her father is Rowan Marley. Oh, and it's worth noting her grandpa's Bob Marley. This young woman comes from a long line of musicians, but she's found a different career in front of the camera. When she was younger, she modeled here and there, but her mom wanted her to focus on school now that she's old. Sophia Richie. To end up on the same list as your boyfriend's children, but it's true. Sophia Richie's a celeb kid who happens to be a diva. She's been in the headlines for dating a much older man, Scott Disickits. Still hard to tell if these two are on again or off again. Their relationship status changes with the wind, and you really can't keep up. Even her father, Lionel Richie, has admitted that his supermodel daughter drives me crazy, which is the last thing you want to hear. Ming Lee Simmons. Ming Lee Simmons. When it comes to good looks and business smarts, Ming Lee Simmons has a lot to be thankful for. Her mother is ex-model Kimora Lee Simmons and her father's music mogul Russell Simmons. Ming Lee grew up in the spotlight and often made appearances on the runway with her mom, and she's even appeared in fashion ads since she was 2 years old. You would think that spotlight would get to her head, but that just isn't the case these days. The recent grad has her eyes set on going to college and studying pre-law. Just the Obama girls. Perfect manners. The Obama girls, being the daughters of the president, probably isn't easy, especially if your dad is in office. During your teenage years, the world was watching and waiting for the Obama girls to make a slip, but it never really happened. The two have grown up to be some pretty